WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
Hey, all you racists out there, you should not be listening to our show because we do not like you. JB Rev Show.
Next.
Bob Leamy is the one guy that I know that has a drill bit big enough to do a big, nice glory hole at any truck stop he goes to.
You're very silly. You know that. It's silly, man.
Nope. Fastest man to woman. That's what we're going to do, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts.
Maybe that's where it's at.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you know, some people are into that. I know there's a website.
Fucking asinine.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Big disco.
Boy. Everybody get the Rocky Mountain Ride.
Yeah, I like
Yo, good evening, all
Hey
of
now.
you folks out there. Welcome to the JB Rev Show. Is a weekly endeavor to make sure we're talking, learning about our fellow man, giving you a little bit of entertainment along the way. I am your ever persistent host, JB Webb at Radio JB Webb on Twitter. Across from me, the trusty, the knowledgeable. He's got a brand new phone. It is the Reverend.
What's up?
There he is. There he is. Welcome in studio. Of course, this is our Phone It In edition, so
right.
we have no one in studio with exception of ourselves. We do have a phone line, 407-906-9328. Want to let you know we can take a text message at any point during the show.
We might not see it.
No, we'll see the text message, but the chat on Spreaker we're not seeing. So we apologize not getting back to you on Spreaker there. But the chats, the text line, 407-906-9328. Send us a text. We'll try to read it on the air then.
Yeah, we will.
We can see that at any point. Anyway, on this edition, we got a hell of a kind of a juxtaposition of guests. The first lineup about 7:30, we're going to get a call from the host of a podcast called Snarky Faith. Snarky Faith Radio. This guy, he's been on Amazon documentary, something like that, recently, and I've listened to a show. And I really think it's compelling. And what he does is kind of out of the box, not like preaching at you at all. Real kind of open forum stuff. So we're going to speak with Stuart Deloney of that organization. That's at about 7:30. And then 8 o'clock hour, happy to have the Rev kind of setting up stuff and working contacts.
Yeah, man.
So we're going from North Carolina with Stuart, and wewe're going all the way to L.A. at the 8 o'clock hour with Star Daddy, a.k.a. Justin Symbol.
That's right.
This guy's
also part of the Hate Bombs.
It was previously in the Hate Bombs. Yeah,
No, he still is in the Hate Bombs.
He still is in the Hate Bombs. Yeah, we're going to learn all about him.
Yeah.
He actually has sent us a couple of tracks that we're going to get to play in the beginning and the end. That they're releasing a little later in April, April 20th or whatever it is. So we got some early release tracks from Star Daddy. So we'll get into that. Yep, and of course, like I said, your phone calls 407-906-9328 all stream throughout the whole thing. Yeah, just obviously don't call if somebody's talking.
Right. Okay.
If one of our guests is on, don't call from 7:30 to 8, or don't call from 7 to 8.
Just don't call.
Yeah, 7 to 8.
No calls.
You can text us. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
No calls. This is the call-in show with no calls.
This is our Phone It In edition, and do not call us.
New phone, who
That's
dis?
right. New phone, who dis? Speaking of that, you got a new phone.
I did.
You're over there flexing this big-ass thing. It looks like a tablet.
Oh, no, it's not that big.
Oh, it's pretty big.
Actually,
though.
my wife got the tablet. It's the new Galaxy S10 Plus.
Can we measure phones? I think mine is smaller. Okay. No, don't put my phone in your hand. It's a euphemism for my cock.
Completely small. It is. That is a very small phone.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So I'm
proud
gonna,
of my small little phone. It does everything I need it to.
I like my big one.
Okay, you like your big phone.
I do.
Okay,
That's true.
So you just got that. Why'd you upgrade a device? Was it
Because it's
time?
been 2 years,
Your
and
contract
we're
is
going.
up.
We're going to Europe in a couple weeks,
Oh.
and this has the best phone on the market, or the best camera on the market.
Oh,
This
that makes a
S10
lot
Plus
of
camera
sense.
is like it's beyond anything that's been released, and it's going to be the newest camera for the next 2 years.
Oh, that's
like
pretty
Apple can't even
smart.
catch up with it for the next 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. So, but they're both the same company, anyways. Did you know that?
Who are you talking about?
Apple and Samsung.
no.
Yeah. Yep. They're based. Yeah, they're owned by the same person.
Oh, who?
Yep.
Tim Apple?
Yeah.
Who owns it?
It's an Android that owns.
Joe Google?
It's a
Google that right now.
It's a fruit of an Android.
It's a sex robot?
You notice there's only two, phones really on the market, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, they're owned by the same person. So.
Well, there's more. I mean, whatever
Yeah,
happened to
but-
that Windows phone? That took
Yeah.
a dump.
Yeah. You know why?
Nobody cares about that.
No, it's because and Google tried to bring out a phone that
Yeah.
got shot down. It's because the one guy controlling the whole phone market wasn't going to allow it.
One guy. So you got that's why you get the upgrade. So you excited about your trip, man?
Yeah,
It's coming
dude.
up-
A couple weeks.
Coming up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Before all that, though, we're going to be cramming a shit ton of content into people's browsers. This Sunday, we'll be out at Uncle Whiskey Lou's. Almost at Uncle Lou's.
Yeah.
Whiskey
Lou's.
We'll be out at Whiskey Lou's. It's their
Right.
50th anniversary out there.
Right.
And we'll be able to do a little broadcast live. There's a bunch of bands playing. And I think we might even be set up outside. So it's going to be, there's free beer. It's going to be 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right? So noon
Right.
to 8. They're doing this whole big
I think we should go around
event.
maybe 4 to 6 or something.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, we'll plan it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's kind of in our hands how we want to do it.
Cool.
And so we'll be out there. And then the following next week, we've got Bobby Cobley in studio.
Oh.
And I believe we may hear something from Wendy as well.
Nice.
That week. And then we got
Is
a
he coming in
surprise.
studio?
He is coming in studio.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we got a surprise. We might be on another well-known radio podcast here, and we'll spill the beans on that down the line. But you and I personally have a hectic week, and then we're doing 4 live broadcasts from now till next Tuesday.
4 live?
Well, 3 live and 1 recorded, I guess.
Okay.
But anyway, the point of all that, 3, 4.
No, 2.
Okay, so this one is 1.
Yeah, okay.
Sunday is 2.
All right.
Next Tuesday is 3.
Okay,
And then the one
and then-
we're recording, I think, with the guys that do bigger.
We do a lot of shit for no
We're gonna
money.
Do a lot of shit. Well, speaking of that,
Yeah.
the expectation when you're gone, I'm going to try to have a couple folks sitting in here, got a couple candidates for sitting in for you while you're out of the country. But the other thing I was going to say is we're going to be hitting 300 episodes at the end of May. And
What, me and you personally?
You and I. Well,
Wow.
not personally together, but
Oh.
cumulatively. 300 episodes. So that'll be at the end of May, and we plan on doing that live from Maxine's.
Okay.
And our friends Roxy, they'll be doing the vaudeville night. So we'll see
On the
if-
Tuesday night?
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll be actually Tuesday after Labor Day,
After Labor Day.
just after Labor Day.
Is it Memorial Day, you mean?
Oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That is
Memorial's the start of summer. Labor Day is the end of summer. So it'll be Memorial Day.
good.
Okay, yeah. Because Labor Day is when they shut down the beaches up north and no more Jones Beach, Long
Yeah,
Island.
can't wear white anymore. Or is that after?
That's after.
That's afterwards.
After Labor Day.
Okay.
It's true.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
how it
what's
goes.
going on with my ringer? Okay, the phone call's coming in. Let's see.
All right.
All right. Hey, this is the JB Rev Show. Thanks for calling in. Can you hear us okay? Who does be?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just fine.
Oh.
Oh.
Who is this?
Oh, is this our friend? Is this
What? We don't have
who
any
is
friends.
this? This is the JB Rev Show. This is JB. That's the Rev over there.
What up?
Is this our friend?
Yeah, I'm calling you, punk.
This is it.
Let's go.
This is the Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yes, our friend.
He ain't no friend
had
of
a
mine.
television show out there. No, it's wonderful. Okay, so good to hear from you, my man. How the hell you been doing over there?
Pretty good.
Pretty-
Vacationed in Djibouti, and
What?
I'm
You
back now. And
You went to
giving you a
the
call.
Jim Booty. Is that you go to?
Djibouti.
I'd go-
It's a
Djibouti,
country
you
in
know what that
Africa.
is.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
I would go to the gym for some
Are you
booty.
geographically educated?
Oh yeah.
He is a little bit.
But-
He's actually going overseas, Mr. Spaghetti. The Reverend will be going to Germany and France, London and France.
All those places.
Going to see Dead Can
Belgium.
Dance. What do you think of that?
Dick and
They're the
Dan.
most boring countries I've ever heard of. Everybody goes to England and France.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
why not just go to Djibouti?
Djibouti. I thought you were saying Jim Booty.
Oh.
See, if I would have known you were saying Djibouti, I'd know exactly what you're talking about. Why Djibouti?
He just came back from Djibouti.
Well, that's quite fantastic.
Yeah, what'd you do there? What'd you do
There's
in Djibouti?
beaches. There's a lot of topless girls. There are various things such as cliff jumping.
Okay. You don't want to put like
diving. You don't want to dive. You just want to jump.
You don't have any kind of like wine bottles in Djibouti, I would imagine, or any kind of blunt objects. You don't want to put those in your trip in Djibouti. Yeah.
Nothing in Djibouti.
No, certainly not.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we're not talking about that.
We can all agree about that.
Yes, we can. That is that we are definitely agreeing about that right there. It's all about the cock.
Okay.
All right, Spaghetti.
All right then.
Okay.
So you went from Djibouti to Vijayjay? Did you go by Vijayjay?
Yeah. Did you get a chance to stop in Vijayjay?
Because I like going into Vijayjay.
Yeah. We no.
It's spelled with a D.
Oh.
DJ.
Oh, DJ.
Well, we don't spell it that way. We spell it with a V over here.
The Vijayjay.
Yeah. If you spell it with a D, there's nothing wrong with that.
I like to go in and out of Vijayjay. Like, I don't like to stay in there too long.
Going back and forth. He's got to go through the scanner all these times. Like, sir, you were just here. He's like, I know. I'm coming back in.
And then I'll stop in Djibouti for a second. He's a little surprised. Whoop, you like that, Djibouti?
Yeah, just a little pop in Djibouti. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right.
you know where geographically where I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Of course he does.
Okay, good.
You're not really holding your own on this call over there, Spaghetti. Are you okay?
You all right over there? Let's talk to your brother Stevie.
Yeah, well, I think he recently made a big life step. I don't know if he got married or something like that, but we got a couple minutes before.
What's his name?
We got to prep up for the.
What's the
congratulations?
Yeah,
congrats, for real.
My wife, she's getting ready to go to work, and
she's like, "What are you doing?"
Stomping around.
Yeah,
your wife.
And she is actually complaining about me right now.
Well, what is this? Tell him to relax.
Show.
Put her on the phone. Okay.
Pam, do you want to say something?
Okay. We don't want to get you in trouble. What? Wow, she sounds very high
very young.
What is that? What?
Oh, man.
What is happening?
That's what you did, guys.
Are you going in Djibouti right now?
Oh, surprise Djibouti visit.
What is going on?
God, guys.
Okay, there she goes. Thank you so much.
Oh, my
Happy.
God.
It sounds
this
like
was the worst decision.
Yeah, it's not good.
I guess the honeymoon's over. No, she sounds upset.
Okay.
She seems authentically.
I told you we should have talked to his brother.
I was just trying to put her on the phone.
Okay,
and
don't worry.
And look at what you guys did.
Oh.
What in the heck?
Well, tell him he sounds really cute.
It's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be fine.
Tell Bruce to
me.
calm down.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Oh,
she seems really upset. Okay, well, we don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to bump the.
Yeah. And look at you guys. Oh, my God.
All right,
okay.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, we'll let him go. Oh, man, you guys worked that out. Thanks for calling in.
Gather into a room and let's all just, kind of put our heads together and figure this out.
All right, we'll call you back. Thanks for talking about your booty.
All right, Spaghetti. Thanks for the quick call.
We love you.
All right, buddy.
Okay.
Stay well over there.
Good luck with that.
Yes.
We'll see you in Djibouti.
All right.
Cruises.
Okay, then. Bye-bye.
Straight to Djibouti.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
all right,
you.
Bye.
All right, my man.
Okay.
Something crazy is going on over there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of business. Okay, so we'll let that go. Let's bump away to a track. It's the JB Rev Show. Queuing up a call with the podcast host of Snarky Faith. We'll be right back.
Ooh. All right. Okay. I got to go, guys.
Baby, you got something that just makes me wanna scream. Body of a goddess, want that thing on top of me. You, I want it. I won't stop until I get it. Girl, what I wanna do to you, that's right. Ooh, all up in this funky groove all night long. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Dance. Oh, let's funk.
You're listening to the JB Rev Show. Oh, you know, some people are into that. I know there's a website.
Golly!
Oh, right. So we're back. JB Rev Show. I'm the Reverend. JB's over there.
What's up?
That was Dogmaster
Yeah.
coming at you. What was the name of that song?
Funk You Better.
That was the Djibouti mix.
Funk You Better Djibouti mix.
Funk
Yeah,
You
thank
Better
you.
Djibouti mix.
All right, we're not carrying that through.
Oh, yeah.
Let that
Djibouti.
die. Let that die
Hey.
with the last segment there.
We got someone special on the line right now,
Yeah,
don't
this
we?
is exciting for me, man. We
Me
always
too.
like to learn about people, and especially outside of Orlando, whenever we get the opportunity. So I'm very grateful this guy was able to give us some time. He is, now correct me on the last name, I want to say Deloney. Is that how you say your last name,
good.
Stuart? Deloney?
You're all good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's Stuart Deloney on the line, Snarky Faith Radio, based up out of North Carolina. And he really tackles a lot of hard issues, but in a smart, caring, curiosity evoking kind of a way. So I'm happy to have you on, Stuart. How the hell you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to be on any show that has probably said Djibouti like 60 times in the last 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it is.
That's good.
I'm excited.
I like that you're incorporating it into to your
I am.
your dialogue as well.
I was gonna introduce like Lake Titicaca if we're kind of going to that like middle school, African geography.
Right.
If that's where we're going.
I like
I
me
understand.
some titty caca.
Yeah, so,
I like how JB.
Thanks for bringing us back down. Yeah.
JB, I like how you said he tackles the hard issues.
Yeah, okay.
That was very
that was
arousing.
That was not meant to be a euphemism or anything.
Oh, it wasn't?
Okay.
So what kind of
anyway,
what is it hard that you are tackling?
So, let's talk a little about your show. I'd like to learn a little about it. Like we'd like to do, we'd like to learn about people. So how long have you been doing Snarky Faith Radio? And then maybe give us kind of a 1,000-foot view of the format and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, doing Snarky Faith for probably like 4 or 5 years.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
That's
we're
good.
we're live on the radio in Carborough and Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
That's badass.
Okay,
but probably get more people listening to us over the web as well too, through podcasts. But
Okay.
the whole idea behind Snarky Faith was just the idea that most of Christianity in America is just batshit crazy,
right? Yeah,
and was kind of trying to give a different spin on it, something that was a little bit more like theological or thoughtful or not religiously right or Trumpy.
Right, right. That's a good way to say it.
Too. So, so just kind of trying to cleanse the palate, as it were.
So I got a question
in regard to those conversations. Yeah.
So you said, how the Christian faith can be a little bit, what was the word you used?
Batshit crazy.
Okay, yeah. So I found that it's not just limited to Christians. I mean, it's basically really all the organized religions.
Anybody in religion? You're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
not just the Christians.
Yeah.
I mean, don't single us out like that. Because I hate the Jews. Just kidding.
Oh, God.
Shut up! Stop! Jeez,
I know. I hate everybody equal.
Wow.
The Buddhists.
Okay, but he's being stupid.
I'm being snarky.
He's being snarky, but I think all religion has a propensity to go radical and be crazy.
I didn't mean to get him off the track of where he's going. He was definitely going in a direction. I just wanted to clear it up that it's not just Christians that are batshit crazy. We're all crazy.
It is. But in America especially, it ends up feeling, especially when you begin to blend like religion and politics, it starts to get really
I think America is just batshit crazy.
Porta potty, when you're kind of, it kind of gets to that level where it just really gets crazy and just way off the reservation.
No doubt.
Yeah, and we've seen that, especially with Trump getting elected, and the fact that conservative evangelicals were a huge part in getting a man that makes total sense to Christians to vote for.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
A lot of your show content is not necessarily anti-Trump necessarily, right? Or would you say
it's not very pro? There's not much pro-Trump stuff at all.
Well, but you see, but I think what you're saying is when you've got a character like a Trump, he kind of creates these lines where they weren't really lines before.
True. That's very true. I mean, he's
there were lines. He just crossed over.
Is that he's exposed a lot of just the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
That is kind of deep within like the foundations of faith in America.
No doubt.
Essentially meaning that, we're willing to trade belief for power.
Wow.
People are willing to trade, what they deep, like the deep core issues for political power, and it ends up just getting really disgusting and weird.
It always goes off the rails.
Disgusting and weird is Trump. But
it's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're endorsing your show because I believe it really gives people a way to kind of look at things a little bit differently, and the way that you speak about it just now, I think is a great resource to that point where you could listen to that show and kind of, maybe don't come into it with preconceived notions necessarily, but be able to kind of be open-minded. That's, and I wrote in the blog your faith or your critical thinking, which is ironic a little bit, that those two things kind of go together, but somehow I think that makes up both part of the brains to a degree, the both part of the lobes in your brain and your head. But, since you guys are on the radio, what's the call station? What's the radio station again? Is it AM, FM?
It's FM. It's WCOM in Carborough, North Carolina.
I like how you like it's area. FM. Yeah. Don't put me on the AM. Come on, JB. Give me a break.
Well, he may be simulcasting. Some stations these days they put both programming.
But still,
on
you cornered him into the AM. He is definitely up in the FM.
Thank you, Rev.
You're welcome.
Oh,
You're welcome. Well, it's
the religious fanatics are ganging against me. Okay.
Okay, Jehovah.
The Reverend. Okay.
He's a witness over there for all the Jehovahs.
I was.
He was. Oh, he was.
Yeah, that's how I was raised.
Yeah, I know. It's how you were raised. He still doesn't celebrate his birthdays.
Oh, that's not true.
I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
His mic over there. Let the guest talk, please. For the love of God.
Rev is the holy one of the bunch.
That's true.
Hardly.
It is.
It's nice to be recognized. Thank you.
If you mean he's got holes in his pants. Okay.
It is. It's that, and I hear that he has a history with altar boys.
Well, I used to be an acolyte.
How did you know that?
I was an acolyte for sure.
Okay, so you cover a lot of topics on your show, and I don't want to cut you off here, but I want to get back on track, kind of with what we do. We love to learn about people. So, how'd you first get into doing Snarky Faith Radio? What's your background in that regards? Because you do speak really well. So.
Well, thank you.
For a Christian.
And background-wise, too, like I grew up around conservative Christianity in my formative years.
Yeah.
What religion?
And
Southern Baptist?
A fair amount of my, during my prepubescent years.
So was Southern Baptist?
During my career, I've actually worked a lot with nonprofits and in churches as well, too. And so I've been kind of through the spectrum and had seen hypocrisy, and I've seen all of the stuff that kind of makes me sick of all of that. Yep. And so that eventually led me to a point where I decided to do the show. And I remember talking to folks at the radio station, and they'd seen this, and so I did a pitch to them, and they said, so you're a pastor, and you want to be on the radio.
Oh.
And I said, yes. And I'm watching their faces, and I tell them, oh, you assume I'm an asshole, don't you? And so at that moment, when I said that, they were like, it kind of like a smile creeped over their face. And I said, yes, I'm not that kind of person. And so, I would really like to be able to talk about just this openly and honestly about why like Christianity is messed up, and especially in regards to Trump. And
I think it's
religious
needed.
right about how it's been subjected and overtaken by politics.
Right.
Well, and the fact you've been doing it for 4 years, 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Is incredible.
Shows that you are well versed on the topic, and you saw it kind of burgeoning up. Yeah, before now, here we are.
So my question is, what's the format of the FM station that you're on? What's the rest of the format? Is it all Christian, or is it a Christian radio station?
No.
Okay.
No. If Chapel Hill and Carrboro, North Carolina, they're like a progressive bubble.
Okay.
In the midst of the Bible Belt, so it's kind of like a black spot on the Bible Belt. We're college town. We are like in the Research Triangle, so there's it's a small area that's actually progressive. No, the radio station is a lot of its talk and a lot of its music as well too. Not Christian by any means, which is why they were slightly weird when I talked to them about it.
Right.
That's what's cool.
Thinking that I was going to be like preaching the word every week here on our show.
Okay. So is it a weekly show that you do then?
It's a weekly show. Yeah.
Okay.
We're Tuesdays every week. Yeah.
So JB's over there, get rolling his eyes, but I'm asking for the people, our listeners, so they know that it's because I'm coming across like a listener, basically, like I don't know, and that's why I'm asking sincere, genuine questions, because obviously you are very well spoken, and I can tell that you seem like a great host and you're a great guest. So it's nice to be able to banter back and forth with you like this.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
very
for
much.
sure.
Okay.
So that being said,
absolutely, yeah.
The format of the FM station that you're on is semi-talk, music.
Progressive.
Yeah, music and talk depending on the day and the time.
Right on. Cool. Awesome. Okay, so we're taking it from there. You've been doing this for 5 years. You talk about. So I was really you said you were brought up Christian. I was too. So my father's a deacon. My DJ name is the Reverend. I went to a private Lutheran high school, so I'm Lutheran, which is basically Catholic light, right?
Okay.
So when I was asking you, were you brought up Southern Baptist? Because when you said you were brought up a hardcore Christian,
conservative. Yeah. I was brought up around that whole sphere too. My same thing, where my dad was chairman of the deacons, always involved in the nitty gritty of the church as well too. So well versed in.
So was it Baptist? Was it Presbyterian?
It was Southern Baptist.
I was Southern Baptist. Okay, so I was correct. All right, see, I know what I'm talking about with the religion. So that's why I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know that dysfunction very well.
Right. Awesome. Yes.
Well, and I think you brought up a good point, because even all of the division of Christianity itself, all of these little Lutheran, that is more division, and I believe division can cause violence and hatred and separation. So,
I don't know. Not American Christian.
It'd be interesting to see what he says about like denominations and stuff like that.
Well, that's what we're talking about is the different denominations.
Yeah. I mean, denominations. It ends up being kind of like, if you look at it like fast food,
right?
In many ways. Either want to eat like Taco Bell or Chick-fil-A if you're conservative,
Captain D's if you're really feeling a little fishy.
Yeah. And so it ends up just being kind of it feels, especially in many ways, very American, to where we just want to be able to have our own choice. I want to feel comfortable where I go.
Right.
And it's very consumeristic in nature, which is, again, very American in our approach.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So we're talking with Stuart Deloney of snarkyfaith.com, Snarky Faith Radio. You can go check him out. And I think what the cool thing about it is you're making this taboo kind of a topic something tangible, something that people can interact with and interactive, So over the years, it'd be interesting to kind of hear too, how much has it changed from when you first started, because we can put a point of reference in there. When we first started doing this, there were not all these hundreds of other podcasts out there, Yeah. So maybe talk to that a little bit. It'd be interesting.
The evolution of the process has been, I've had co-hosts, and over the while, especially when I'm in more of like the JB position. Right. Just remember, Rev, that you can be on the chopping block at any moment.
What?
Oh yeah.
Don't bring that here, Stuart.
No,
it's true.
Come on.
But I've had
banter.
Different co-hosts with me over the while. And you start to try to figure out who fits with you, who's really trying, who is having different ideals. And for the longest time, I'd had a really good friend of mine on the air. He had a job shift and change. And so then it really, for probably the past 2.5 years, have probably just been me on the air. And I'll have different guests on, especially like authors and folks that are pushing other things that I kind of find just
agendas.
Interesting.
Right.
It could be musicians, authors, speakers, and stuff like that too. But folks that I find like that's part of like not like in the Christian mainstream type stuff, because I find all of that boring.
Right.
And so just kind of looking for interesting voices that I'd like to highlight.
Okay.
The rest of the time, it's really just me either ripping about the insanity of Christianity or delving deeper into a topic. In many ways, ends up being where politics and religion have gone afoul, which they always do.
Yeah.
And I think you're exactly right. I mean, when you look at America at the whole, it's really a great idea. But is it being put into practice? Is it really what America is like? Not for everybody, right? You got a different America for a bunch of different people, and we got to kind of come correct. And I think you're exactly right. We need leaders in place that are accountable. You know, not ones that have lived a life of privilege and now all of a sudden want to get in there, finger the butthole of my paycheck and give these rich people more money. That's not what we want.
No,
we want protection. And even the Rev, is a relatively big conspiracy guy, and he was saying just a week or so ago about scams out there. And it's shameful to see when religion is a scam. When somebody's got $1 million and they're passing around these collection plates in these huge churches, and it's just horrible.
Like, here's a prime example of that. So when this recent hurricane went up and devastated parts of northern Florida and Alabama, and Alabama's got all these mega massive Christian churches, and only the casinos. This one casino stepped up and donated $2 million. Indian casino. Yeah. $2 million to the victims to help people, and none of the churches stepped up at all. Well, and that just goes to show you that they hold their money. They're not being taxed. I mean, the Indians aren't either. But
it is. You're right. I mean, you're right. In many ways, it's become a business that's not taxed. In many places too. Right. And it's really sick to be able to see that kind of a thing happen again and again. And if you guys want this is actually really interesting.
Okay.
I stumbled onto this the other day. It's an Instagram account called Sneakers in Preachers.
Okay.
So sneakers in the letter N, Preachers.
Okay.
And it's beautiful. Someone has gone and they take Instagram pictures from famous pastors.
Okay.
And figure out how much their shoes cost.
Oh my God. That's brilliant.
And so it is a beautiful thing of hypocrisy where you begin to see these famous pastors that have shoes that are $1,000 sneakers.
It's called Preacher Sneakers.
Sneakers
and
Preachers
in Sneakers.
Yes,
the letter
Preachers,
N.
The letter N.
Yep.
Okay. Sneakers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just friended them now.
Okay, so you're following them on it. That's super interesting, dude, because you're exactly right.
Oh my God.
What we don't talk about. Okay, give us a report in a second. What we don't talk about a lot. We talk about how great people are that make art, that make music, that make food, or are activists on this show. But we don't get into politics and religion a lot. So I love the fact that we're able to kind of bring that to the forefront, because it is foaming mouth of rabies on the dog. Snarling mouth of America.
Holy crap! Wait, I do got to give I got to give a shout out, because just Stuart, I'm sorry. This is amazing.
No, go for it.
I mean, some of these preachers are wearing $5,600 shoes.
Wow.
A Gucci belt. This one preacher's wearing that costs $600. It's ridiculous, man. And that the fact that. Oh my gosh!
Well,
this guy's wearing $1,000 sneakers.
We'll get back to that.
And he's trying to look all casual, hey, I'm just an ordinary guy. No, he's not. He's wearing a damn $1,000 sneakers.
Right. No, you're right. And it's when you look at all that money and how it could sincerely help people, and you're in the job to help people. Yeah. So I think you're right. If you can look at anything, Trump is kind of exposing all of this horrible. Blasphemy and duplicity that goes on in America today. You can always look at the bright side with that.
Hey, Stuart. Yeah. I would like to, if you don't mind, I'd like to sometime talk to you more at depth. Maybe be a call-in guest on your show.
Okay.
Because you're awesome. And I'm really digging just that Preachers and Sneakers is awesome.
Yeah, his show is good too. You got to go to snarkyfaith.com, snarkyfaith.com. Go check out what
you got
Stuart
a Facebook page,
is doing over
Stuart?
there. He does. Snarky Faith Radio.
Snarky Faith. Just look for Snarky Faith.
Tagged it out on the post.
Okay, yeah, right on. Yep.
And then, okay, so cool. So, all right. So over the years, you've gone through a lot of changes and things like that. Did your show gain more attention when the Trumpster kind of came into office? Or did you see the dynamic shift and change? Or tell us a little about that whole transition from Obama to Trump.
I remember this, and it hit me that it was because, when you have a show that's on a podcast, you check out how people rate it on iTunes and everything else like that, too.
Yeah.
And I remember someone had rated this and said, I really like this show. I'm really curious what will happen when Trump isn't president. And in many ways, I was like, oh, damn, like, you're totally right, dude. Like that, it was kind of a looser idea. And once Trump kind of came into office, it really solidified a lot of just the emphasis and push of the show.
Yeah.
And it began to really just kind of hone in many ways of just about that weird nastiness between religion and politics. We also just call it just general hypocrisy within the church on a regular basis. We have a section called like the Christian Crazy of the Week. So where I kind of sit around and try to find just the people that are just the completely
totally
nutty
nut jobs
that have a platform within the church. And we kind of just have them on, I mean, not have them on, but have like sound bites of them and just mock them.
Well, not mock them so much, but just shine a light on that shit. So, because it's like living under a rock. Doing anything in a church that doesn't quote unquote praise God. If you're telling people how to vote in a church, you're doing something wrong as a preacher. Yeah, that's the worst thing. Yeah, you could do. But I originally found out about you, and tell us a little bit about. I guess you were contacted. I'm not sure if Amazon was the production company, but I saw a documentary. Talk us out a little bit with the documentary. We got about 5 or 6 minutes left here.
Definitely.
So let's talk a little about that.
Documentary in God We Trump.
Right.
I had heard that the director, it's not through Amazon. Amazon picked it up.
Okay.
Christopher Maloney was. I saw from a friend of a friend that this guy was trying to go around the country and really make sense of how Christianity was jibing kind of with Trump, with the rise of Trump.
Right.
And so when I saw that, I reached out to the guy that was doing it and said, hey, dude, I'd love to either help you or talk to you about this. And so, the director was kind of doing like a tour around the country trying to talk to different voices or Christian leaders about how somehow that, all of this Christianity seems to be in many ways behind Trump. Not all of it, but a lot of it did.
Right.
And so, I got connected up with the director of the documentary, was in it.
Yeah.
He and I became friends.
Okay.
I ended up doing the movie poster for him as well.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Right.
For it.
You're an artist?
And so, I mean, just for fun, on the side. So, it was that was an interesting thing too, that I didn't know what was going to come of it, because again, you get interviewed for a documentary and you don't know if they're going to make you look like an ass or not.
Yeah. You don't know exactly.
Is this like Penn and Teller bullshit? Am I the,
Yeah.
And so no, it's been an interesting thing too, being part of that documentary, and just really how, I've met a ton of people just through that, or I'll have people like on a weekly basis just kind of send me emails and say like, oh, I saw you in this, and I really appreciate what you had to say. And it's been interesting to see that, to where there are people that say like that, like the core teachings of Jesus make no sense with where American Christianity is today. This idea of, caring for the immigrant, caring for those that don't have a voice, like, all of that, like grace and compassion seem to have no place.
Yeah.
Basically, especially within Christianity anymore. And it's messed up, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, you're right. You're being, so if you believe Christianity and then you're being stingy with somebody else's generosity, whose place is it of yours to be stingy with someone with God's generosity of eternal life for all? Exactly. We're talking with Stuart Deloney. snarkyfaith.com is the website. You can go check it out. But again, man, what I think is cool, and I'd love for both of us to keep in touch with you, man, moving forward, because I think what you're doing is great work, and we encourage people, go check out the show, go check out the documentary. It's
WCOM
what are you doing?
103.5 FM, Carborough and Chapel Hill.
Oh, there we go. The Rev is playing the show.
Okay,
good job. Okay. What does it mean? Oh, okay.
That was me.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rev.
So when I'm doing something like that,
Rev,
if you just
you're such a tease, Rev.
be quiet. I know, right? It's true. JB sometimes doesn't know how to handle the fondling going on.
What? I don't know how to facilitate the fondling.
I'm being snarky.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
It
you're
is
now.
purr.
Oh, you taught him a new word, snarky. Okay. So, all right. So, in closing, Stuart, encourage people locally to go check you out. I think I've been dropping the best sites for people to go connect with you. But what's the best way for people to interact with you?
Best way is like Facebook, Twitter, or our website as well too. I mean, the funny thing about it is, you can email me questions at snarkyfaith.com.
Okay.
I answer every email, whether it's people saying I'm a heretic and horrible,
right,
or
good
whether
for
it's
you.
folks saying that they enjoy it too. So I don't
for you.
mind. I don't mind people telling me I'm horrible too. So
Well,
right. Well, good. You're open to all kinds of feedback.
Yeah, I think you've been a great guest tonight. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. We could talk to you for a long time, but keep rocking forward. We want to encourage people to go check you out. Hang on the line with us. We're rolling into a track from Bash and Pop. It's the JB Rev Show Phone It In edition. We'll be right back.
We got too hungry to eat. Maybe just got a little bit too tired to go to sleep. Maybe I'll check the weather out on the limb. Perhaps we went too far for starting over again. 'Cause we can't be bothered with any of that. Now we can't be bothered with any of that. Now we can't be bothered with any of that. We're not here on pins and needles. We're drawing blood just to live in the sequels. The story once had a good plot, written in our teens. First it started out with all the things will never be. No, we can't be bothered with any of that. No, we can't be bothered with any of that. No, we can't be bothered with any of that. The worst things seem to happen in threes. We used to flip the bird until the bird turned to a dream. Now we can't be bothered with any of that. Now we can't be bothered with any of that. Now we can't be bothered with any of that. Now we can't be bothered with any of that.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
All right. We're back. It's the JB Rev Show. The Reverend over here. JB, what's up, buddy?
What's that?
Hey, man. So, listen, that was Stuart that we were talking to with
That was a great
Snarky
session.
Faith. Yeah, man.
Snarky Faith Radio is really cool to learn about that.
I like that. That was very good banter back and forth with him. And you know what? We got a guest online with us right now who I know the banter back and forth is going to be awesome because I've talked to this guy before.
Beautiful.
He's super talented. He's right now is Star Daddy, but he's also AKA Justin Symbol. He's part of the hate bombs or the God
bombs.
God
bombs.
I'm fucking that up because I'm nervous. I'm all fanboying out. But we got Star Daddy on the line with us right now.
Daddy, on the line. Thank you, brother. This is our phone edition, man. We appreciate what you do out there busting your ass. Thanks so much for giving us some time. How the fuck are you doing?
What's up, dudes? It's Star Daddy here.
Right on.
I've gone by many names. Justin Symbol.
Right.
I'm also the lead singer of the God Bomb.
The
we don't
God
practice
Bomb.
hate.
Yeah.
We practice destruction.
Nice. That is awesome.
Kind of, yep.
Right on, man.
Destruction and creation.
Yep.
Awesome. So you're calling us from L.A. right now, correct?
That's correct. I moved to L.A. recently. I'm in Hollywood now. Hollywood is where Star Daddy was truly born.
Right.
Where Justin Symbol became Star Daddy.
Awesome. So hey, let's
That's
talk.
what's up.
Let's talk about. Let's kind of do a timeline kind of thing and start from the beginning with you, because I've looked at some of your older videos, like you did the cover for "Killing an Arab" by The Cure,
right.
and that's Justin Symbol, right?
Yes, that was originally, it was myself, Justin Symbol. It was a B-side, like a bonus track.
Right.
From the Voice era.
Awesome. So you, let's talk about that. When did you start getting into the music portion of this, and what kind of steered you in that direction?
I was in school in Syracuse University, upstate New York, and
Okay.
I was, this was like around 2008.
All right.
And I was excited about music, but it was more like a performance artist.
Okay.
I used to wear like a paper bag on my head. And
Awesome.
it was like noise. It was like noise music with like a crazy shock rock kind of show.
So you were like the
And it
unknown
was more-
musician, like the unknown comic.
I was like,
You remember
it
him?
was like the Mentors. You know the Mentors?
Oh yeah, dude. Of course I remember the Mentors. Are you kidding? My
It
bitch
was
is
like
on the
some
rag.
fucking-
Bloody
it
cunt.
was a
She's
shit
such
show.
a nag. Remember that
It
song?
was a total shit show.
Wow.
Absolutely. And then they, one time they thought, they were like, we got kicked off the stage because we were just playing noise for like 20 minutes in this bar.
Right.
And the guy comes to me afterwards, and I was pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't understand our art, you know? And this one dude comes up. He's like, man, I love you, brother. And I'm like,
Right.
all right, cool. One person gets it. And he's like, I'm a Klansman too. And I said, oh, no. So, yeah.
Oh wow. So man, you've had a lot of experience with not only music, but you were working with Vice for some time, weren't you?
Yes. I'm a video editor by day. I'm actually here right now. Currently I'm working on Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart show for VH1.
Oh.
But I have had many shows. I've done many shows for Vice. Mainly Fuck That's Delicious. That was my main claim to fame. I edited that. from
What was
the
it?
time
You
it
were,
was a pilot until it was on TV.
which was it? You were going out with. You made some kind of noise. We didn't hear what that was.
I said I'm mainly known for the show Fuck That's Delicious, which
Oh.
is a show with Action Bronson.
Yeah,
It's like a
Action.
food-
Yeah, dude.
yeah, he's a rapper. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my main thing that I was known for at Vice.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just actually finished. I also finished the season 3 of Bong Appetit with Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Wow.
That's airing right now. So I got 2 shows that I'm working on that are airing right now. I got Bong Appetit, and I got Snoop Dogg, Martha Stewart show on VH1.
Wow, dude. Awesome. So you are staying busy
Bravo,
for sure.
dude. That's awesome that you got to hold your.
I never
your
stop moving. I'm like a shark.
That's
if
great.
I stop, I'll die.
Wow, dude. So here's something that you'll appreciate. And JB's doesn't know this until I'm telling it right now. But we had Joe Livingston in studio with us here, and Joe Livingston was in.
He's there right now?
No, he's not here now. No, but he was
Okay.
he was a guest once before, and
Shout out Joe Livingston.
yeah, right on.
He wrote one of my hit songs to this day. It's a crowd favorite called Control from the Voidhead album.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's right. So
I wrote that song with him.
wow, that's awesome. That's the video that he's in as well, right? Is he in that?
Nah, he actually wasn't in the video for Control, but he was in the video for Voidhead, the title track from that album.
So you being the video,
And he was in Digital Penetration video also.
yeah, that's the one I'm thinking about. Digital penetration. That being said, Justin or Star Daddy, sorry. How many videos do you even have out there? I was doing a search the other day, and it was like, you got a lot, and I mean,
it's endless.
Is it, dude? That's awesome. One of my favorites.
I had a lot of videos as Justin Symbol, and then we just started pumping out videos for Star Daddy recently. I'm my main collaborator with Star Daddy is a guy named Ricky Rubinson. He's a director and producer. He produced the first Star Daddy album, Symbol Season 1, and we're currently working on Symbol Season 2 right now. and he's the one that shoots all my videos. So we just, we like to have a lot of video content out there because it's a visual experience just as much as it's about the music.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, some of the visuals on my favorite video by you, and actually one of my go-to songs, if I'm DJing a party and I want to fucking bring the room up, I'll throw down your version of Kiss, and that shit always makes a room fucking jump. I mean, that song is awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And I really like the very end of it, how you actually go into the little guitar riff at the end. It's just like, it's fucking brilliant, dude. That's the production on that is sick. Where do you, are you doing the actual like mix downs and whatnot, or is it the Ricky Rubinson that you just brought up?
I have different teams for different projects. That song in particular, I was the most involved in the music. I made a lot of that music on my drum machine.
Right.
I have a Roland MC307 drum machine that I've used on a lot of the albums that I've created.
Right.
And that song particularly, it was mostly me producing it. But I had a little team. Baba Yaga, the guy who plays keyboards on Killing an Arab and all the Voidhead stuff.
Okay.
And he was also the keyboardist on that song.
So is he the guy that's actually in the Killing an Arab video? Because there's two.
Yeah. He's an Indian. He's an Indian dude. I met him up in school at Syracuse.
Right on.
That's the first person I ever made music with.
Wow.
And we always link up. He has a kid now. He actually he met his wife through the Digital Penetration video. She was the girl at the end. She's like naked in the leaves.
Yeah.
That was a girl that I found on Facebook to be in my video.
Right.
And she ended up, those two ended up hitting it off, and then she became his wife and the mother of his child. So he's not as available as much now because he's a dad, but we did get him on the new God Bombs album. He's on the last two songs.
Wow.
Happy Ending and Chrysalis.
Dude, let me tell you something. Not to go back, but to that track "Kiss," when the way it just starts at and then that sound, those sounds in that song. I mean, I do a weekly thing here called Reverend's Revelations, and I play it all the time. I mean, really, when I say that's my go-to song to bring up a room, I'm not fucking around. I mean, everybody loves that song.
I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate that,
dude. I appreciate you as well. And that being said, as well, Star Daddy, it's been a while since you've been here in Florida. I told you I wanted to help you get some dates here. I know I've got a place for you here in Orlando. You're setting up a summer tour right now, right? So how's that going? And what
I do have a show booked at Bombshells in Orlando on August 3rd.
Bombshells in Orlando. That's the place you played last time, yeah. Is that did we do a live remote from Bombshells?
Just up the road from Hanau.
Right. So you did that because a friend of yours, runs that place or something, right?
Yeah, I like the owner. She's a nice lady, and I hit her up. I'm working on a show in Newport Richie as well.
Okay.
I got a few shows coming out this summer.
Oh, you're coming to Florida. That's great.
Yeah, I can help you out
Absolutely.
with Jacksonville and Tampa for sure. I mean, you would.
Oh my God. Okay.
You would go perfect at the Castle. Have you ever heard of the Castle? Or ever been to the Castle in Tampa?
I have heard of it. It's like a S&M, right?
Kind of. They have a night for that, but Jen from Gin Tortures is one of the owners of the place, and she's a friend of mine. She's been on the show here as well. But dude, I can definitely help you with that. I called you and we talked about it one time, and I'm all about it. So
let's do it. I'm gonna follow through with you, and we're gonna make it happen. We're bringing tour this summer.
Happening.
It's the Star Daddy tour. To the East Coast.
Hey, and let's talk about the DJ that's coming with you, DJ Swamp. Who's
That's right. DJ Swamp is like one of my main collaborators now with Star Daddy.
Right on.
He was Kid Rock's DJ. He was Beck's DJ. He was Ministry's DJ. I met him because he was Ministry's DJ.
Wow. What was he on was he on the last tour that you did with Ministry? Is that how you met him?
Yeah, because I went on tour with Ministry with the God Bombs.
Right,
and
exactly.
I hit it off with Swamp right away because he was real as fuck.
Awesome.
We used to hang out in the backstage, and he would make this crazy juice called Swamp Juice, and it was like jalapeno, green apples, and like everything green basically in a blender, and it was so much jalapeno and so much fucking spiciness to it,
right?
That it would like make me sick, but it would clear me out. You feel me? Like before the show, all my sinuses and shit.
You're purging.
He prevented me from losing my voice many times because I asked Al Jorgensen. I said, Al, how can I lost my voice. What do I do? And Al was like, oh, yeah, just smoke cigarettes and drink some wine. And I'm like, fuck, that's not going to work. So then
fucking Uncle Al
like,
with his
I ain't from that era, man. I'm not hardcore like they were back then.
Right,
and then Swamp's like, no, I got you. And he made the thing with the ginger and the fucking all that shit.
That's
awesome.
Yeah,
we hit it off. And me and him been working on new music. He's going to be featured on Symbol Season 2. We co-wrote a bunch of songs together.
Cool.
It's a little bit heavier. It's a heavier hip-hop industrial fusion, like trap metal.
Right. Hey, let me ask you, since we got you on, can we cut to a song? Can you hang out for a few minutes and talk to us after one of the songs? So what do you got queued up there, JB?
So we were able, Star Daddy actually sent us a couple of tracks, and I think these are being released April 20th. But the first one I got queued up here is Michael Alec.
Oh, and let's talk about that, because before we even go into it, for people that don't know, Michael Alec was part of he was part of the Club Kids. He was actually the leader of the Club Kids back in the, he was part of.
He's out of jail now.
I know Michael Alec. I had his blessing for that song. He said he's out of jail now. He's a murderer.
Oh yeah. So I know.
He's out now.
I'm good friends with Kyoki, actually, who's been a guest on here, and Kyoki obviously is part of that whole triangle of everything. So
that's right.
All right, so let's go into this song.
All right, so hang tight. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy. You're gonna hear it here. Actually, very first ever,
time. It's an exclusive.
Premiere. First time anyone's ever heard this song.
Awesome.
You want to talk us in to the track real quick, Star Daddy?
All right.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
BJB Reb Show. We'll be right back.
Mary Jane, it's never gonna be the same. Drugs, what you do for the love, what you do for the drugs, what you do for the gloves, move fast like a moped, how the fuck I got body by some cokeheads, got the white tee something like Rolex, they don't wanna see me flexing in the Rolex, call me Michael Angel cause he niggas on the soldiers and I killed the fable, I'm just trying to bring food and fill the table, now you looking at death, I don't want to save you, now I got wings and I still got that, what you need, the coke or the crack or the E with the lean, need green for the fiends, see me in your dreams, so you scream and you scream, we did it for the drugs, we did it for the drugs, we did it for the drugs, we shot them all up, we did it for the love, we did it for the love, it's a new night, we did it for the club. Special thanks to the Jin, the Orishas, and Ali for that otherworldly assistance. I don't give a fuck about what happens back home. I'm in the city with the lights and the pistols in the dome. Club kids forever, let's go!
You're listening to the JB Rep Show.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? This JB Rev
That was
show.
pretty dope.
That was a world premiere
Yeah.
by Star Daddy. Holy
Yeah,
crap,
no doubt.
dude. Michael Halleck. Are you kidding me, dude? It was the bomb, dude.
Dude, yeah. It was great sounding. You're so raw. You're so...
thank you.
Yeah,
man.
dude.
And the hooks and
I
the
played
sound.
it for Michael Alec, and he said, he was like, originally the lyrics were, we chopped that body up.
Oh, damn.
And he was like,
Whoa.
he looked at me with this weird expression, and he was like, I did do that, didn't I? And I said, yes, you did.
Oh, my God.
And he said, oh, well, we got to change that word. So we changed it to I chopped that molly up.
Okay. Yeah, that's better.
Dude,
That's
chop that
actually
molly.
better, I guess.
Yeah.
More-
It's happier anyways.
Yeah, less incriminating.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
On the line with Star Daddy, a.k.a. Justin Symbol, again,
Yeah.
lead frontman of the God Bombs as well. Got a great musical history. You just got a sample of it there. The Rev and I were talking with him, and I think the Rev was doing a great job of kind of getting a lot of insight and information out of you, man. And we appreciate you sharing.
Now
whatever,
you're gonna fuck it up.
Whatever
What are
the
you gonna
fuck
do
you
here?
want to share on this show. No, seriously. So
yeah, let me take over here. So Justin, you were with the God Bombs and you did the tour with Ministry just recently. You actually finished the tour here in Orlando. I was really trying to get there to see you for that performance, and I couldn't quite make it. But I mean, you were talking about DJ Swamp, who was DJing for Ministry at the time, who's going to be part of your new tour coming up, the summer tour, right?
Yeah.
That's right, yeah. Swamp is my DJ, and he's involved in a lot of my new music as well. He's the homie.
That's awesome,
That
dude.
guy's a living legend, man. He can scratch like no other.
Man, I tell you what, speaking of living legends, I mean, we do a thing here called Local Legends. You're obviously not a local, but you're still, you're definitely a
legendary
legend.
Shit that you're doing.
I mean,
you're
yeah.
working in the right circles. It's your body of work so far is awesome. Do you have more of? And I know sometimes you post about the beautiful BBWs.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's talk about that.
Big beautiful
yeah.
women. Big beautiful black women.
No, it's not big
No,
beautiful
it's
black
also
women.
black.
Big, beautiful women.
Big beautiful
of all,
women.
of all colors.
It doesn't matter the color. There you go.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what's
true.
beautiful.
He doesn't
about it.
discriminate.
Yeah. So is that kind of something that you're like, hey, this is something beautiful I can do? Because I see it as something beautiful you're doing. You're like, you know what? Don't not appreciate these people because
There ain't no
of
fat shaming going on with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's really a Star Daddy thing. He's
Okay.
very vocal.
Right.
I'm very vocal about it. It's part of my whole thing. I just embrace what I'm all about.
Yeah.
My whole life, people were like, "Oh, well, why are you fucking that chick when you could fuck this chick?" And I'm like,
Right.
"I'll fuck whatever chick I want to fuck, motherfucker." But now, and I've always been that way, and everyone that knows me knows that. But
Right.
now, it's like there's kind of a movement happening where people are feeling empowered to feel beautiful, regardless of what the mainstream standard
Right.
is of beauty, and that's kind of what I'm all about.
race.
It's not so much like promoting any one thing or other thing. It's just that's what I happen to like. It's more like about promoting
Love.
beauty that's not packaged and sold.
Right.
in
Accepting
a piece of
everybody.
plastic, because
equally.
at the end of the
Hell
day,
yeah.
everybody deserves to feel beautiful. Like we got
You're
one
right.
moment on this earth. We might as well feel ourselves, and if we want to change ourselves for the better or go into fitness or whatever it is, by all means, that's everyone's prerogative. But
Right.
I'm just trying to celebrate alternative forms of beauty,
So
and I happen
Thank
to
you.
love BBW, and I just put it out there with the
Thank
Star Daddy shit because it just fits with my whole aesthetic.
That's
All
right.
No doubt. All
That's
right.
awesome.
On the line with Star Daddy. And
All right.
you got some new music coming out.
Yeah, we just heard some of it.
We just
like
heard a
the
little
world
bit of
exclusive.
It. Yeah, so tell us a little bit, and again, you're going to be touring with Star Daddy over here in Florida coming up soon,
With
which is
DJ
super
Swamp.
exciting. Yeah, super exciting. So give us a little flavor. How did this recent effort kind of come into being?
This Star Gang?
Yeah.
Star Gang is a 5-song EP that I did on my last tour, the summer tour,
With God-
which was the first ever Star Daddy tour, and I came through Florida. It was like last summer,
Right.
And I had two artists that were opening for me: Jason Alessi from Buffalo
Mm-hmm.
and Stack Prophet from the Bronx.
Okay.
And that was my first time doing like a hip hop sort of tour, so I kind of bonded with those guys, and we were like freestyling in the car and shit. And it's just very spontaneous. I was like, man, let's just like, maybe we could hit the studio and try to do something together. and I knew a producer named Mary Jane Daniel, who lives out there in Florida. It's a Florida producer. So that album was made in Florida. It was made
in
it was made right around Merritt Island. And and it was at Mary Jane's house. We went there, and we weren't sure exactly what was going to happen, but that song, Michael Alec, was the first one we did.
Nice.
And then from there, we ended up doing a 5-song EP.
Hey.
And I just didn't release it until now.
Star Daddy. Hey, wait, real quick. What's going on with the...
I hope you finally get whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, but your phone's going like...
like you're constantly looking...
I'm outside with the wind. I'm pacing around like a madman.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, let me go in.
Okay, bless you. All right. So we'll kind of pin this up. Yeah, so we'll kind of pin this up a little bit before we go into this last track. Because I think what, the connection, the New York, the L.A., the Florida, you've got like that little triangle going in the United States, and we permeate those areas as well. So, I mean, when you say all that and you're open to kind of move heavy metal into rap, and, we love that kind of fusion stuff here. I think that's...
Oh, yeah. I don't care about the rules of genre or whatever.
Right.
I think that shit is so silly, the way people like to,
categorize.
Dude. And they, there's, rules. Oh, you can't do this. You can't say that. That's why even more than ever now with the music I'm doing, I'm just doing whatever I feel, and I'm just trying to blend all kinds of different styles.
Dude, let me tell you something. Justin, that is exactly how we feel. I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ for 20 years, and people want me. They'll have me play at a party. They don't, it's a breaks or trance or whatever. Right. Fuck that shit. I play whatever the fuck I want.
Vibe out with the room, the people in the room.
I don't come in with a set prepared. I play what I'm feeling, and anything goes.
Well, and I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that too, Star Daddy, because I think your music kind of exemplifies that fact that you're doing it on the vibe.
Yeah. And another thing,
that's what I'm feeling.
Any artist, and it doesn't matter what your medium is, if you're a fucking painter and you only, do pencils and don't expand your horizons, it's like you're not being creative. You're not being an artist.
Right.
You're being, a robot.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, the way I do music, it's whatever instruments are around. I do it very spontaneously with whoever's around. So that's why I have so many different projects and different names that I've gone under, because I work with a lot of different people just on the fly. So, it's whatever instruments are around. I mean, I played on that Star Gang EP, I played guitar.
Wow, okay.
We had a lot of Mary Jane Daniel has an electronic music background, so then he brought the electronic music, the EDM,
right,
and trance kind of elements, and then obviously Prophets from the Bronx, so he brought a hip hop element, and then Jason Leslie kind of has a fusion of hip hop and rock himself. So it was all of those things in a blender to create something different.
Justin, that's another reason that I picked up on your vibe right away, is because obviously your specific talent, but also the talent that you have of being able to be creative with, other creatives. And that being said, I mean, Joe Livingston you worked with. Let's talk about you did a track with the guitarist, God rest his soul, but for Marilyn Manson, who died of cancer, right?
Yeah, that's right. Daisy Berkowitz, that dude was kind of like my mentor in a way. He was one of the first people in the industry that really took me seriously, and he really believed in me. And I showed him some. I was asked to do a project with him,
right?
Through a mutual friend they wanted a singer. And it was called the Daisy Kids, and there's there's some recordings on Spotify, but it's basically just whatever we recorded the night we met, and we just got drunk as fuck, and we were jamming in the hotel.
Wow!
And that shit got released on Spotify as Daisy Kids. It's kind of funny when you hear it now, but
wow,
that dude ended up being kind of a mentor to me, and he was he said I was the next Dark Wave.
Dude, so he knew what he was talking about.
He really believed in me.
I pick up on that shit too. I really believe in you too, man, because I really am. When I was really excited, I mean, I'm still excited, but when I was first introducing you, I mean, dude, I recognize talent, and you've got an immense amount of it. It's just and I can tell by, it just flows out of you, all different kind of, genres, as well as far as your video editing.
Yeah, I love it.
The guys that who did
He's highly collaborative, like you were saying.
Who directed the Kiss video? Because that video is sick as well.
Yeah.
Talk about BBWs.
That was a collaboration with my friend, a director named Jaxie Rodriguez in New York.
Okay.
Wow.
And it was the same crew that filmed the Fuckboy video.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw
that
one.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was the same crew, but this time it was Jaxie directing it because she was there when we did Fuckboy, and she was just doing the props.
Okay.
And she was kind of like informally directing it with Fuckboy because the dude that was supposed to be directing it was also trying to be the one filming it because we were like understaffed.
Right, I got
and
you.
She was like framing up all the shots and like telling everyone what to do. And I was like, girl, you're a fucking director. And she was like, I know, my uncle was a director. He did all these short films. I really want to direct something. I've never directed anything. And I was like, you're doing my next thing. So the Kiss was a collaboration with Jaxie Rodriguez.
Do you like where I'm going? Where I'm the questions that I'm asking you because I feel that, and I feel that the creatives that you surround yourself with are amazing. I mean, when you surround yourself with talented people, there's talent is gonna obviously happen. I mean,
I think like we were saying, it's kind of about that vibe. Like,
yeah,
he vibes really well, like with everything.
Yeah.
And dude, we want to give you serious props because again, we love to talk with talented people. We're based out of Orlando. There's a shit ton of them here. We have a lot of them in studio, but we try to make sure that we're showing the love to the people that are busting their ass all across the country.
Right.
So I mean,
we've had Groovy Man,
like horror.
We
spoke with Lydia Lunch recently at a live, kind of a private event.
Yeah.
So we love the vibe that you're on.
Our
and
Groovy Man was awesome.
He probably knows Groovy Man out there.
Yeah,
I would think
he knows
he's
who he is
LA.
from
You ever
Thrill Kill Cult.
I
Run
know
into
some
Groovy
people
Man
that are like close to him. I never met him, but I've seen Thrill Kill Cult live. I think they're cool. They're a fun band.
Dude. Okay. Yeah. Oh man.
So yeah, that's what we're saying. It's kind of to bring it to a fine head. Justin Symbol, aka Star Daddy. Check him out. We endorse you. Finding what's the best way for people to find out about you? If you said, hey, somebody go online, is it
Google that right now,
or what's the best way?
I would say YouTube because I have a YouTube channel that pretty much has everything I've done.
And that's your Star Daddy channel?
As far as my solo work. So like whether it's Justin Symbol or whether it's Star Daddy, it's all on the same YouTube channel.
Okay.
If you just search Star Daddy on YouTube,
right,
and you click on one of the music videos, that's my channel right there. That's probably the best way to kind of dive into what I do.
And for the listeners, if people are listening, I highly recommend subscribing to that channel and liking some of those videos because there are some awesome videos on there. And being a video editor and working with Snoop Dogg, and you were working with Fuck That's Delicious with fucking Action Bronson. I mean, that's fucking killer, dude. You have such an amazing resume. Yeah.
Going right now. So we're excited for your future, dude. So keep fucking rocking, brother.
Yeah.
Keep fucking rocking.
I can't wait to see you here in Orlando coming in August, and I'll be in touch with you for sure, Justin.
Well, and we want to talk into this track here. It's Born Stars.
Tell us about this track.
We're going to run into this track and hang on the line with us when we roll in. We'll close out correctly.
But Justin, we want you to introduce this and tell us about it.
All right, so this is Born Stars. It's the last track on the Star Gang EP, which is coming out on 4/20.
Yep.
National Puff 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 Day.
Yep.
And this is the last song we did when we were doing the sessions. We thought we were done, and then I just said, nah, maybe we got one more. And then I just picked up a guitar, and I started playing like a country kind of riff.
Cool.
Okay.
And that's the riff that you hear that starts the song with.
Okay.
Wow.
It all came from that guitar riff, and then everybody just laid down straight fire on it. And it's like 10 different genres in one song, and I think it really represents the best of like what we were trying to do with Star Gang as far as like a fusion.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We're going to roll into it now on the JB Rev Show. We'll be right back. Hang tight. Thank you, Star Daddy.
Hold on with us.
Star Gang. Star Gang. Mary Jane. Oh my god, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on a bad bitch. Sort of fucking line off a stripper's tits. Cross the fucking line on some yay shit. We do it all the time cause the Star Gang lit. Mary Jane coming through with the wavy sense. Brain twisting like an acid hit. On the come up, yeah the ass red. I'ma tell you once and if I have to tell you twice, it's gonna be the last thing you ever fucking hear in this world. This my moment, I'm gonna shine bright like a shooting star lighting up the night sky. Hip hop and rock won't ever be the same. We gon' change the game forever. Star Gang, Mary Jane, it's never gonna be the same. Wanna be a star. mandito. Tú eres flaquito, pero chulito. Con tu huesito, damecito. Rest in peace, papito, como Sanlito. And he got the rico. Bitches love salsa, bitch you a loca. Tryna give me chocha cause she want the coca. Lean in the cola, cierra la boca. No me tocas, my pistol named Lola. Got the AR, yeah we work hard so we play hard. Block with my coffee is really how my day starts. Throw shade, nah I don't like to play dog. I like to light it up when the case starts. Hit rock, sprinkle with some trap in the big pot. Slip knock mixed with some Wayne and Big Pop. Trigger lock, aim, leave holes as a finger pop. Grip pop. Star Gang. Yeah. We to be stars. Star Gang. We be a star. Shoot the bomb on the star. It's like a phone. Small nigga thinking large. We be a star. Shoot the bomb on the star. It's like a phone. Small nigga thinking large.
The JB Rev Show.
Is it JP? Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts. Yes, I do, man. Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts.
Yeah, after all this time, it's really been JP,
well,
not JB.
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
you don't listen. Do you listen to the shows when you're not on them? I'm curious.
Of course I do.
I'm just curious.
Yes, I do, man.
You do?
As a matter of fact, I feel bad because, okay, I will give you this. I did not listen to that Monday show. I'm sorry.
Okay. You feel bad?
Well, because sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts over. Of course I do.
I'm just curious.
Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts. Yes, I do, man. Sometimes I don't listen to some of our podcasts.
Monday night, 7 o'clock, the JB Rev Show.
I got some exciting news. As soon as I have you on the phone, you have me on the air, actually. Can I announce something?
Of course.
So you guys are probably want to have me on the show for this
breaking news.
Okay, right here.
I'm working on a new show.
What?
That is going to go. It's going to go up in April.
Hey,
we're going to be doing it at Stonewall.
Stonewall.
Wow.
Yeah, and we've talked about this. Me and you, Christian.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
The best thing about this production is the fucking name of it. For real.
It's called Little Merman from the Black and Blue Lagoon.
Okay.
Little Merman from the Black and Blue Lagoon.
From the Black and Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, dude.
Yo.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
That's right. Because this is a JB Rev Show.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm here, the Reverend.
That was good.
Dude,
Great
that was
session.
Born Stars by Star Daddy. And that's a world exclusive right there. First time it's ever been played.
Yeah, it's never been aired anywhere.
Dude.
And we're airing it here first. That's a privilege for sure.
I'm making that my revelation tonight. That's the Reverend's revelation.
Okay.
So we just heard that.
Damn.
Like I said, that it was awesome talking with Star Daddy.
That was like a reverse revelation.
There's no doubt that this guy is going somewhere.
I think both of our guests tonight were freaking incredible, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I love what the Snarky Faith guy is doing just by talking about shit. And that's
true.
kind of the same torch that we're bearing. It's like, listen, we can just talk with each other. We can learn about you. And that's all we do on the show. I mean, we have a lot of fun while we're doing it.
And so something that I got to say, JB, is what are you doing over there? But something that we do that I think is different than anybody else is we don't come with any scripted questions.
Okay.
We come, we do a little bit of research. Normally the guests that I bring on, I know who they are or know what,
you have a kind of guide rail of what you're going to talk about.
And like even with Stuart, Snarky Faith,
you came in blind on that one.
Totally blind.
I had the bed all set.
Yeah, exactly. And you kind of came in, you did some research on Star Daddy as well, which I appreciate that. But I like to come in blind with some of our guests because basically I'm like the listener.
You're figuring.
Like,
well, that's the nature of the show. We're curious as fuck, and you can't be any more curious unless you don't know shit. Like you don't read the blog posts or click on the links or anything
don't do
like that. You don't do any of that. Sometimes I don't even listen to the show. Sometimes
it's true.
I don't even listen.
So I don't listen back to the shows.
I don't even listen while I'm in the studio.
Even when even sometimes I'll be doing something else if the guest is
I'm
boring.
not listening right now, but a little bit I'm listening.
It's true. So, something Justin said, when we were off air is, I said, was that good for you? And he's like, yeah, dude, you ask questions of people, it's not like the typical interview.
No, he's a sincere guy, and you can see how easy it is to collaborate with him, and it's no wonder he's bumped into all of these really famous people in that vein, because he kind of is a great voice for that dark industrial kind of a vibe, but
he gets it.
I love too that he's doing the hip hop based stuff, which is what we heard a lot here tonight,
like
which
said,
is a deeper.
He doesn't have
I love it, dude.
He does all genres. Whatever instruments around, he's going to pick up.
It's spontaneous. Anyway, Star Daddy, Justin Symbol. Go check him out. Go find him on YouTube
and Snarky
Google
Faith
that right now. YouTube, Justin.
And the preachers and sneakers. That's pretty awesome too.
Yeah,
actually,
I don't know. You brought that up. Okay, you brought that up. You want to bring that back up? That's what I meant. Like a little later, we could actually use that as content.
Oh, dude,
it was a suggestion from one of our guests tonight, Stuart Deloney.
Yeah,
that we go check out. Instagram, and it's Preachers and the letter N Sneakers, I believe is the handle. Preachers N Sneakers. And it's pictures of preachers' sneakers and other garb and gear that apparently cost a lot of money for this apparel.
There's no sneakers,
and you try to guess who it is. You
no.
Okay. I thought that's what he said. What was funny about it?
No,
it's just funny that somebody's doing it.
Can I finish?
I don't know.
Well, you keep talking over me.
Dana's calling. Dana says you can finish.
All right. So it's not guessing who. It shows you a picture of the preacher, a very famous preacher, and then it shows you the picture of the shoes that they're wearing, and then they actually show you a picture of the shoes and how much the shoes cost. Like I'm looking at this one preacher, the designer Don at Judah Smith. Wow, this is pretty funny actually. Reppin' the God and Gucci swag. So he's wearing Gucci loafers that are $730, right? And it just shows the preacher. Like here's a picture of a nice family picture of the preacher and his two kids, and he's wearing Fear of God. They're men's jungle high top sneakers that are $995.
Right, no big,
and he's
no big deal.
I've never bought a
just
pair of
mortgage payment
sneakers more than $300 in my life. And
I love shoes, though, dude.
I do too.
I would spend a lot of money on Adidas, suede Adidas. I love them.
But you're not going to spend, $1,000 on a belt.
No.
And $990, and like they're wearing Yeezys.
Well,
what the hell? They're wearing. Wow,
that's
they're
like
wearing
a sign of the
Kanye
times.
West fucking sneakers that cost $1,000. And I mean, what does that say about?
What does it say?
It's just everything's a scam.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Oh, you're back to that?
I'm back. Dude,
Okay.
Everything is a scam.
All right, so let's get some news run through this
Been a great
whole
show,
thing
though.
here. Hold on.
Very exciting.
And now, breaking news badly.
So it was breaking news badly, right? I'm going to do the first story. Let's see. The story I want to talk about is, oh man, I just dropped my phone. So now I can't read it. So
Brand new story. Oh, you're not even doing nothing?
I had something, but I dropped my phone.
So you're blaming me a couple weeks ago for not being prepared.
Well, you know how that goes. That's what I always place the blame on
thanks
others.
for sharing that little story with Preachers and Sneakers on Instagram.
There you go. That was my story.
OrlandoWeekly.com has an article here. It says, and you'll find this interesting, I think. OrlandoWeekly.com. It's an article about Rob Greenfield. The title is Life According to the Orlando Activist Who's Growing or Foraging Everything He Eats for a Year. So this guy, Rob Greenfield, is doing that.
So I do have a breaking news badly. This is something that, do you know that
it's not related to what I just
Orlando, not at all. How Florida did finally legalize, which we already voted on, smoking flowers. So now they want to regulate the toxicity of the THC levels. They want to bring it down to 10%. I mean, why aren't they doing that with booze and alcohol? I mean, it's something we voted on. They're going to put a cap on it now. I mean, that's just
I don't understand it. I mean, I'm a big proponent of if I can live like an ancient person in the modern time, I think life would be perfect because you'd have the best of both worlds. You'd be able to farm and have technology, know when things grow and come into harvest and how to, make them grow quicker or safer. Yep. So, I mean, I think it's super smart. And it's like you're telling me I can't use nature as it's designed. And nature's designed to grow stuff in the ground. I mean, that's how are you more holier than nature's law? Anyway, that's how I feel about that kind of stuff.
All right.
So there was a story. You might like it. I don't know. It's a little controversial. WashingtonPost.com. A lot of comments on this thread. A suspected rhino poacher was killed by an elephant, then eaten by lions, authorities say.
Yeah, that was karma coming back at you.
Yeah. This happened in Africa.
Yep, that was Africa. It was in Djibouti.
Oh,
actually.
Okay.
That's where that happened.
That was a good
Djibouti.
callback.
It was right next to Lake Titicaca.
That's where it's at.
That's right.
Yeah, that's exactly where it's at.
So
anyway, Washington Post has that article there.
Yeah.
This was pretty cool. Meet the desk-sized turbine that can power a small town. This is from ScienceVibe.com.
So I got something to say about that. President Trump knows the sound that makes that
No,
turbine
this is
causes cancer.
No.
That one does too, as well as the windmills.
Turbine also causes cancer.
No, the sound that makes causes cancer.
Oh.
Did you not see that?
The sound of the turbine.
No, the windmills.
Yeah, I saw that, but this is a different. This is a smaller.
It's the same family, and it causes a pancreatic cancer. The other one is a lung cancer.
Breaking news.
And ear cancer.
Okay.
So the turbine is a pancreatic.
You don't even know
cancer.
What you're saying.
I know it hurts.
Oh my God.
Were you looking up another story? I got a story for you.
Slate.com. Daughters don't let their mothers watch Fox News. So how to use parental lock to prevent your parents from tuning into cable news. Did you ever do that to your parents?
No, but
you can't get Fox News. Why not? I don't know. It's conspiracy. Yep.
It's a scam.
We're not letting you get Fox. You parental locked. Anyway, I guess that technology comes back to haunt you.
It's true.
According to science, hard rock and heavy metal invokes joy, not violence.
Oh.
That was about the middle of March from WAAF.radio.com. You find solace in kind of heavier music, or do you like lighter music?
For what?
I mean, for anything. That's what I'm saying is like, I think it's interesting now. People are looking at like, oh, the headbanger is not always trying to kill somebody or something. You know what I mean?
That's what headbangers
No, they're
do.
not. Okay.
They bang their heads on people till they're dead.
No, that is not
There's
what
a song
they do.
called Bang Your Head Till They're Dead.
I don't think so.
Yep, that's true. They're all killers. They just want to kill you with their head.
All right, a couple more here. Presidential candidate Warren introduces legislation making it easier to jail top executives.
Okay.
That's from thehill.com.
Let's do that.
So that's your scam thing. All these motherfuckers in charge with all this money, they're the ones with people's lives on the line. It's not the little mamby-pamby guy you're looking in a microscope to blame for something. It's the guy on the grand scale, I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Treehugger.com. Aldi says all packaging will be reusable, recyclable, or compostable by 2025. What do you think of that? Do you shop at Aldi?
I absolutely do shop at Aldi.
Yeah.
Yes.
They've actually surprisingly refreshing in there.
Dude, let me tell you something. If you want to save money, I mean, it's basically everything is BOGO. In other words, even if you just buy one, it's like half the price of anything you'd get at Publix.
Yeah, and the produce is pretty damn good.
The produce is great. Actually, the whole store is great.
Yeah.
And, Aldi's a great company, and they take care of their employees.
Yeah.
The
Aldi, you just don't think. I think they're coming up.
Well, let me tell you something. The Aldi I've been shopping at for the past 5 years,
right.
The same employees are still there, and they're always greet us with a smile.
Right.
They know our names, and, you can tell that they like their job. And that's huge. Publix, where shopping is a necessity sometimes.
Okay.
It's not a pleasure.
All right. Mitch English is back in town.
Yeah?
You heard that?
Yeah.
Mitch English is back in town.
We're doing what?
Why not?
He's doing a show. I think it's called The Morning Flip or something like that.
That's cool.
Anyway,
one more time.
So we're listening to the audio of him throwing out a pair of Vans. Have you ever heard of the Vans challenge?
No.
Apparently, if you throw out a pair of Vans,
yeah,
like randomly, they'll always land pointing in the same direction.
Well, I got a pair of Vans on me right now.
Oh, you do?
I
Okay,
do.
so we were going to try it? Okay, so
what do you
take
mean?
them off. So
All
look
right.
at the video. Come over here. You got to look at the
All right,
video.
hold
Okay, hold on. See, look. Okay. So
Start filming.
Here, we'll go back to the video. Hold on.
All right,
So there's
let's see if
Mitch
this works.
English. All right. Okay, so you got two Vans over there.
Why not?
All right, so he's going to throw them. Yeah. So look what they do. That's what he's saying. They're designed
Right, one
to
more
always kind of come back and say they won't point in different directions.
Checking it out.
Oh, now you got them on top of each other. The Rev in studio throwing his vans. Let's see if we get a little better. Okay. There you go. All right, so they're both. That's interesting. Yeah, so I guess they're kind of weighted in a certain way. So when you throw your vans, you got a different matchup there. That's weird. What the hell? Okay. Anyway, all right. Well, it worked for Mitch English. You're screwing it all up. You're messing something up. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. Plus, Mitch English back in town. Vans are damn comfortable. I'm wearing some Pumas right now. They're comfortable. So.
Got some Puma socks on, actually. Look.
Oh, really? Okay. Put your penis back in your pants, please.
Smells like Puma.
God. Okay, smells like Puma.
Ooh, that smells like Puma.
Puma smell. Okay, so what are we doing? We're breaking out here. Hold on.
Oh, let's play our theme, our closing theme song.
Let me find it. Let's kill some time. Remember this classic?
Charlie, you silly sleepyhead, wake up.
Wake up, Johnny.
Oh, God, you guys. This had better be pretty freaking important. Is the meadow on fire?
No, Charlie. We found a map to Candy Mountain. Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. We're going to Candy Mountain. Come with us, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie. It'll be an adventure. We're going on an adventure, Charlie.
I'm trying to find a little track here.
I got to throw it back if you can find it.
I'm just going to, go back to sleep now.
No, we're going to close this out.
All right, close this shit out, would you?
All right, hold on.
Yeah, Charlie.
This is great stuff. I love little production bits like this just for the audio.
Who is this?
It's done a long time ago. Charlie. All right, Jiminy Christmas. All right, get that out of there. All right, stop that.
Get those kitties queued up.
We lost our intern, so anyway.
Yeah, we did.
No big deal.
That guy sucked.
Pocas Hottest, POCASHOTT. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shannon Holt Art, artarmy.org, infotainment.com, Dank Orlando City Smoke Shop, Kush
Ultra Lounge.
And
I'm there Saturday night.
Infotainment.com.
Scott Shapiro is at Kush Friday night.
Good.
I'm there Saturday night.
Good.
You're going to be filling in for me when I go to Europe Friday night.
Kathmandu in Winter Park.
Yes.
Yep, I'm going to be doing that for you.
Nora's Sugar Shack.
Nora's Sugar Shack.
Maxine's on Shine.
BadassSandwiches.com.
Stonewall.
ModernMusicMovement.com. Little Indies.
Yeah.
All of our friends that are doing badass stuff. Thank you so
right.
much.
What about Badass Sandwiches?
I said that. Badass Sandwiches.
Oh, very
anyway.
good.
Okay.
Love that place. We love them all.
That was a great show. Thank you, The Revs. Be well.
Yes, thank you, JB. Thank you, Stuart.
We'll be Sunday live from Whiskey Lou's this Sunday.
You, Star Daddy.
Thank
you,
my
God,
Daddy.
Star Daddy.
Without doubt.
Justin Symbol.
Without a doubt.
Fucking killer.
Close out with some hip abduction. Dig these sounds.
Yeah.
We'll see you see you Sunday. Actually, join us.
Down and take me higher where the water flows. Midnight fire. Send your love right out to sea and ride the wave on back to me. We are children of the sun. We come alive when we feel the heat. Set me free with another beat. Come on, cover me. Yeah, lover beat. Come on, set me free with another beat. Come on, cover me. Rise up in that morning light and float away in clouds of white. Find a way and warm sunshine to get us lost inside our mind. We are children of the sun. We come alive when we feel the heat.
loucura dentro da cabeça. Na verdade, meu compadre, nada mais me interessa. Viajei pela guerra e pela calma, e a melhor coisa no mundo é sentir a paz na alma. Neste mundo velho, grande enganador, na riqueza tem tristeza, na pobreza tem amor, no conforto, sofrimento, no trabalho, alegria, salve simpatia e também sabedoria. Já
Love beat. Come on, set me free with another beat. So come on, cover me, yeah, love beat. So come on, set me free with another beat. So come on, cover me, yeah. Oh Lord, set me free.
WJBW, Orlando, Florida. The first quasi-radio web show.
Wow. Yeah.